What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Bishop Brigante, and welcome to another episode of R&R, Risk and Rewards, the show where we talk to some of y'all favorite personalities and go through some of the risks that they've taken in their careers to get where they are today. And I can't even front. I'm super excited about our guest today. Long-time homie, super legend, just had an incredible performance on Verzuz. The legend himself, Mr. Method Man. What's poppin', Cal?
What's going on, Bishop? What's happening?
Yeah, I can't call it, man. How you feeling?
You know, I'm cool.
Yo, first of all, I want to say incredible performance on the Verzuz. The way you and Red were able to highlight your talent and your chemistry for the new current climate of social media to be able to showcase that. Salute for
people,
that, man.
and the funny thing is people still have something to say. Myself and Red, man, we care less about views.
Word.
We just go out and we do our numbers. We knew what we were going to do, regardless to who's seen it or how they seen it. And it just sucks that people like to compare things, and it's a numbers game now. When all in all, we was just adding on to the greatness that was already on Verzuz, from Ron Isley and Earth, Wind and Fire to Jill Scott and Erykah Badu, Snoop and DMX. You know what I mean? Like
Snoop and DMX, God bless.
Yes, sir. Just adding on to that. That's all. We ain't mean to offend anybody. Just doing our numbers. That's
Word. And it was incredible. It was very entertaining and electrifying. Also, congratulations on your award.
Yeah, NAACP Award. Thank you, sir.
Killing it.
Yes, big up to them though. That's really special for me because I'm accepted by my people, first and foremost. And that's what I do it for. Mostly I have to represent them the right way. And the fact that it has image in it, this means I'm doing something right.
Okay. Yeah, so salute to that. That's yeah. I'm really proud because I know how much work and effort you put into your acting abilities.
Yes.
And I'm super proud of everything you've done, man. It's killer.
Thank you, brother.
You know what I'm saying? All right. So this is Risk and Rewards. So I got a couple of questions, 2 questions. The first question, we're going to start on the more lighter side of things, but I need to know, Method Man, Mr. Tacalian Stallion, tell me, what was a risk that you've taken in your career that was a great come up, a positive outcome, the best come up that you possibly could have had?
Ooh. The best come up and the biggest risk I took was when I said I'm going to chill with the music and move on and do the acting thing. I'm going to sit on my manager's couch, and I'm talking about this at like 45 years old, which is unheard of. That late in the game, there aren't many roles for people like me, but lucky, blessed, and it worked out big time because by me doing the work, people seeing me dedicated to it, I started getting books. And then after I started getting booked, I had to audition first and then I got booked.
Right.
But after you get booked, after a few times of showing and proving, for lack of a better phrase, you don't have to audition anymore. You just get booked. And that was the greatest reward right there because it could have went in a whole different direction. I could be, doing something I hate to do with a sucky budget. Or it doesn't really matter about the budget, just work that doesn't fulfill me at all. And that's what I was looking for.
Or you can get typecast.
Right.
Shit like that.
Yeah, and what I was looking for at the end of the day was to challenge myself to see if I can do it at first, and if I can do it, how far can I take it? Yeah.
Do you have a favorite role so far that you had to tackle?
My favorite role was the first one I got on my own that I auditioned for was Copland. I went in and I read for that, and it was cool because when I first read for it, I didn't get the part. My manager had suggested that I come back with my fangs in, and I still had to bring the pain eyeball. So they gave
the
right. So they gave me another read. I came back, read for them again, nailed it, got the part.
Wow.
But I was lucky to even get a second audition because a lot of times you don't even get a call back. But I got a call back. They must have really wanted the kid and shit. And I put that first and foremost because that was the first one that I earned. Did the work and earned that.
Feels better when you do it that way.
Yeah, definitely does.
And you know what? And just to double down on that, like even though now when you're getting offered roles or you get to pick and choose,
yes,
getting to that point is earning it. Like you earn to get to that point. So anybody out there that's listening, whatever, like you definitely got to get to that place. That's a lot of work to get to that place to pick and choose.
Right. I could tell them this. I could tell them, and this is what a coach told me: count from 1 to 10. Very easy. Now count from 1 to 10, but eliminate 3, 7, 9, and 10. Or eliminate 3, 7, and 9, but say it the same way that you counted the first time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Eliminate 3, 7, and 9. Wow. And it's hard for you to do it because you can't skip steps on your way to 10. By the time you're at 10, there's going to be steps that you're missing that you didn't cover, and those are gaps and loopholes that are going to, attribute to your failure.
Right. Wow. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's flip the coin.
Yep.
I gotta know, Hot Nicks, what was the one risk you took that wasn't a good come up? It was the wrong risk. I mean, it could be it could be in any, on any scale, but like, what was the one that we were like, oh, okay, that might not have worked out?
Gosh, I had an audition. I had an audition for this show. I'm not going to tell you the show to the end, but I had an audition for this show, and myself and Hassan was there. Hassan Johnson, Clock, played Weebay.
Right.
All right. He was there also. So we show up to set for Brown Sugar, and I'm playing a caricature of myself in the movie, and he's supposed to be like my manager. But the part and the lines weren't up to par for him because he's seasoned. I don't know if y'all noticed about Hassan, but Haas is seasoned. He'll add on to anything you put him into, whether it's TV or movies. He dope.
Yeah.
We get there and he wasn't feeling how the script was going or how the scene was going, so he kind of got into it with him and left. And he went to go do an audition, as opposed to me going. We were both going to go to the same place and do this audition. I stayed, did the Dango movie, Brown Sugar, which was a great movie, by the way. Sanaa Lathan and Tay did their thing. And Mos Def was absolutely fabulous in it. So I do my scene for Brown Sugar. And a lot of people are like, Meth was in Brown Sugar? Yes, I was. But it made the cutting room floor. They'd never put the scene.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm sitting here going,
yes.
What?
It was omitted from the movie. Now, if you get the DVD, if you see B-roll, it's in that. It's in the DVD extras where you see the scene I actually did with Sanaa Lathan. And I took a risk by not going to do this audition for this new TV show that they were doing at HBO called The Wire. Hassan left, went to go do the audition, and he got Weebay.
So you could have been Weebay?
No, I'm not saying I could have been Weebay.
Oh, okay.
You probably weren't even reading for the same part. But I'm saying I could have went and auditioned too and been on The Wire as opposed to being on the cutting room floor of a major motion picture. So the risk I took there was no reward at the end of the day. But in a way it was, because I actually got to be around a very respected actress in Sanaa Lathan, who, she's still doing her numbers. She's still fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So he took that, and I mean, he was already dope because he was in Clockers. That was his nickname on the block because he was in the movie Clockers. We was calling him Clock.
Right.
And he killed that Weebay.
Oh my God, incredible.
One of the iconic characters from the show. You know what I mean? I came a little bit later down the line, which is cool too.
Oh my God, you killed it too, bro. Your role was like, it was everybody had a specific piece of the puzzle. It's still my number one show ever.
Yeah.
Wire to me is still number one. I watch it, including season 2. I don't know why people bug out on season 2. It's important. Everything matters, right? But Cheese, that was a very important
yes, sir.
part of the story.
One of my favorite shows from that genre right there, as far as, The Wire and all the stuff that was going on in the DMV section.
Yeah.
Um, the corner. And all those people know each other. The people from The Wire and the people from, it's the same freaking area. And here's a fun fact. When we were doing The Wire, I got to meet Miss Fran, the real Miss Fran.
Mm-hmm.
That series, The Corner. If y'all haven't seen that, it was an HBO series, and it's freaking great. Charles Dutton
Right.
and a few other people. T.K. Carter, who doesn't get his enough credit for how phenomenal an actor he is. I don't know if he's still alive, but he's dope in that. And I actually got to meet the real Miss Fran. I got to meet the real DeAndre, and it's funny because as we're doing The Wire and meeting these people who were real characters in one of my favorite series on HBO, I found out that the real Omar is actually married to Fran. So
Come on.
yeah. A lot of people don't know that the real Omar was actually in the series.
I know. Yeah, I know that. I knew that they had the real Avon in there too, right?
Well, that's Melvin, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had a couple of guys in there
And
that
some
had
of that
roles.
stuff, they were real loose with the facts. It was based on, especially because you don't want to implicate people that have done,
Right.
horrible things and stuff. The rumor I heard was that Avon and Stringer are the same person in real life.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? But
Wow.
that's neither here nor there. But it's always great when you have like the writers on the show, the executives on the show, Nina K. Noble, shout out to her, that are from the area. That is so important, especially when we're talking about these stories, going to cinema, going to TV. You need someone that's been there in the room. The reason why the town worked for Ben Affleck is because Ben Affleck is from there.
Mm.
The people would not have accepted that story from anybody else.
Couldn't. Yeah.
It,
Yeah. They can't
it,
tell it that way.
it doesn't work. Now, mind you, you do have a lot of so-called Black history films or, depictions of Black history and things in real life characters. And a lot of times they are directed by, you know, white individuals, and
Mm-hmm.
they do a great job. Don't shit. They do a great job, especially with the actors that they put in these roles, because these actors know the the power that comes, not even the power, the how hard this road was for the character they're portraying, so they have to do it justice. So that is
Right.
a hard thing to do. But I feel like, especially in the times we're in now, we need the people who were there in those buildings
Mm-hmm.
to tell these stories, or people who have family members that were there and got these stories directly from the source.
Yep.
The people who have felt the lashes of slaves hundreds of years ago still feel it to this day. Their ancestors feel it.
Yep.
Lashes meaning metaphoric as well as physical, you know?
Any injustice. Period.
Yes, sir. It's just we got a long way to go. And I'm not giving Hollywood an ultimatum or anything like that. I'm just saying it would be nice to see that.
Facts. I agree wholeheartedly. Absolutely. And
Yeah.
it's dope. It's dope to have it's even I wish I could find a better word for authentic, but like
Yeah.
what's like an even better word, like what's more authentic than authentic, you know what I'm saying, like
Genuine.
to have them on deck and on on board, and
Genuine.
they should be a part of it, they should be a part of all of these films, these TV shows, and these
Yeah.
discussions, etc. Yeah, man.
I mean, people love Snowfall, and that's from who? John Singleton, who's from the Cali area. So blessings, and
Yeah.
it just works. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, I can go on for days. I mean, even with Ryan Coogler on a real larger scale, from Fruitvale Station to Black Panther, does he not know how to tell a story? Open the floodgates, man. There's so many talented people of color out there with these.
Did you see from distant two distant strangers
No, I haven't
on
seen.
Netflix? I know my man Van Lathan was
Oh, my man, Two Strangers. My man,
Joey Badass.
Badass. Yes, we watched it. Me and of course, I'm gonna support Joey Badass.
Fire, Fire.
Think about Joey, right? It's crazy. Joey was born in the wrong era.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying this era isn't good. I'm just saying it's an old saying we say that, an old soul, he's an old soul. He was born in the wrong era because that is a 90s child, man.
Facts.
That is
he tackles it.
Maybe 80s. You know what I'm saying? Look wise, everything. And the thing about Joey is very smart. So his vernacular can change based off of the environment he's in. That's acting.
He's incredible.
That is acting, brother. Yep. And I salute him, and I'm rooting for him big time.
Facts, me too. I thought that movie, it's short, but it's, wow. I felt that every actor in that, even the cop, I felt like they all were tackling that.
Well, they were all in. When you got, especially with your lead actor, if your lead actor is all in, right, everybody else has to fall in line with that. Exactly. And if you're caught lacking, if you're found lacking, it's like you ever took a picture, you and your boys and shit, and it's just one dude that's just awkward as fuck. Fuck the whole picture up. But the picture was dope if he wasn't in it. Now we got cropping and shit, so you can cut a motherfucker out. But you know what I mean? It's always dude. Maybe his outfit was fucked up. He came with the wrong, whatever it is.
I'm starting to get that way when people throw out middle fingers now. I'm like, I'm too old for that, man.
It's it's
middle finger thing.
Yeah, but when I threw my middle finger, it was for a reason.
Of course.
I was talking to somebody. When I threw my shit, I was talking to somebody like, you know who you is, nigga. You know what this middle finger for.
Facts. Yo, so man, I know that the game has a lot of aspiring actors right now, especially ones in the hip hop field. They're going to be loving to hear these gems from you today. And Meth, I appreciate it. And so what's next?
Just tune in to Godfather of Harlem. That's going down. One of the best shows on TV next to Power Book 2 Ghost.
All right.
Power Book 2 Ghost. I'm hoping we can debut in the summer. That would be dope and shit. I don't want to come in the fall. Well, it doesn't matter when we come, long as we come. We're filming that now, so that should go off without a hitch. And dang, so many music projects that, it's hard to keep up with myself now. Every time I turn around, somebody wants to shoot a video for a song I did. And sometimes the song is like 3-4 years old. Looking at you, Chilla Jones. Now, I love Chilla. That's my guy.
You actually might be looking at me too.
Yeah, you've been holding on to that joint for a minute. Yeah, but yeah, I've been fairly busy. Me and Havoc got an album coming. Of course, the Meth Lab joint. And Static Selector just sent me a bunch of stuff, but I'm not promising nothing. Myself and Rockweiler also. So I've been working.
Wait, the Havoc project's finished?
We're close to it. We just want to knock out some odds and ends here and there. But I keep saying, the longer you take the higher the expectations, and you don't want that.
Facts.
Yeah.
Meth, I appreciate you, bro. Always, man.
You know what it is.
Love. And so that's Risk and Rewards, everybody, with the legend, Wu-Tang's front man, Method Man. You know what I'm saying? There's just way too many. There's too many lists of accolades and titles and from my big bro. But yeah, Meth, thank you so much. Everybody, please remember to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Leave comments, share that shit. This is Risk and Rewards. Bishop Brigante. Meth, peace, yo.
Copy cool.
Copy cool.